Hello viewers, in this video I am going to explain how to file IT return, that is e-filing. I'm going to use income tax India e-filing.gov.in website to file the income tax return. There are many private and other websites also there to file the e-filing. However, I'm going to use the income tax India e-filing. So before go for filing, you need to register. If you don't have any login account in this site, you have to register first. In the home page, you could see the options. New to e-filing means you need to register yourself. Suppose if you already registered, you can opt this option, login here. If you forgot password, you can reset the password. So as a first step, I'm going to explain how to register yourself. So if you click that option, it will ask your user type. What is your type, as an individual or external agency, chartered accountant, tax deductor or collector, third party software utility developer, like that. As an individual, we can choose this option, individual. And this is the instruction to set up password. The password must be between 8 to 14 characters, space not allowed, and the password and confirm password must be same. So so you need to have the email ID and mobile number before go for registration. So, and this is the next basic details registration step. First step, you need to enter the basic details: PAN number, surname, middle name, first name, date of birth, residential status. If you don't know the details exactly, using the PAN you can fetch your details like surname, first name details. You can fetch using PAN number. So once you completed the basic details, you can click on continue, and whatever marked in red color asterisk, that is star symbol, you have to provide the input. And next step, registration form. Step 2, you need to provide the password, confirmation password, and you need to set up primary and secondary secret questions. This is required in case if you forgot the password, and it is required to reset the password. And next step, you need to provide the contact details. At least you need to provide your primary mobile number, and the mobile number belongs to, you need to select self if it is your mobile number, or if it is others, you need to select appropriate option. And the primary email ID, that also you need to choose whether it is belongs to you, that is self or someone. And address of individual, you need to select the country name, and you provide the rest of your contact details, that is address details, pin code, area, post office, district and state. Provide these details and click on continue. So once completed the registration as a new user, you can log in with your user ID and password. The dashboard screen will show like this: filing of income tax return, view return and e-verification. The view return form, that is second option, is to view the previously filed forms, that is IT returns details and the relevant forms. Suppose if the previous year returns are not e-verified, you can go to the third option to do the e-verification. E-verification can be done using Aadhaar number or internet banking details. And if you are freshly going to do e-filing, then you choose the first option, filing of income tax return. So here you need to provide the PAN number, and choose the assessment year. I choose 2020 2021. That is, this is the assessment year. That means you are going to e-filing for the previous finance year, that is 2019 and 20. The form should be ITR1, and filing can be either original or revised. And submission mode, there will be three options. It will show. You can choose prepare and submit. That option you can choose. So once you selected that option, it will choose the consent option. You can enable this checkbox and then click on continue. Read out the instruction. It is pre-filled data. Whatever the information filled already in the previous return, it will fetch the details. If e-filing was not done in the previous year, you can feed your data freshly, and the name and name, surname, first name details will be fetched from your PAN database. So once you selected the ITR1, that is income tax return form 1, it will it has the different tabs like instruction, part A, computation of income tax, tax details, tax paid and verification, schedule, schedule 80D, 80G and 80GGA, like that. In the instruction, it will show the instruction, what are the things you need to follow, or like which is helpful to you to file the IT return. So in part A, it shows your basic details, whatever the details already you given, or you need to feed some of the details. PAN number, it will populate automatically because you registered using a PAN number, so it will show the PAN number, and the first name, last name, it will display based on the data given at the time of registration. And it is must to provide the Aadhaar number if you are going to do Aadhaar verification. And date of birth, mobile number, email address, everything will be populated based on the data given at the time of registration. So in the part A, general information, you it will show the all the details based on the registration page. And the bottom of the same page, you need to select nature of employment as others. And A20, this column you have to choose on or before due date. Suppose if you are doing the e-filing before due date, means you need to choose this option. Suppose if you are doing for previous year or after the uh, due date, means you need to select the option after due date. So that is the information you need to select. And this option, are you filing return of income tax under 7th provision of section 139/1, this is the option shows in the assessment year 2020 and 21. You can, if you don't, you can select option no. Follow the below questionnaires. Have you deposited amount or aggregate of amounts exceeds 1 crore in one or more current account during previous year? If this option is yes, here also you need to choose yes. Or if have you incurred expenditure of an amount or aggregate of amount exceed 2 lakhs for travel to a foreign country for yourself or for any other person? If the answer is yes, here also you need to choose yes. So go through the questionnaires, based on that select yes or no option. And this is the third tab, computation of income tax. Computation of income tax. So this will be populate from your salary account, that is from form 16. So your employer would have updated this information, so it will come automatically. Suppose if this gross salary information is wrong, you can update the valid salary. And value of pre-requisition, if anything, means you can fill here. profits lieu of salary as per section 17(3). If any profit means, you can update here all these three values as considered as income, that is salary or pension. And in the second part, you can select a leave travel allowance. You can put this put some amount here that will be subtracted from your gross salary. This amount will be subtracted, reduced. And after reduction of LTA, leave travel allowance or house rent allowance, it will show the net salary. As per the year finance year 2019-20, the standard deduction amount is 50,000. So the standard deduction will be appear here 50,000. So after 50,000 reduction from your salary, it will show the salary head here, 8,69,049 rupees. If you are having housing loan, you can select this option. If it is self-occupied, you need to choose self-occupied and provide interest payable on borrow capital. Maximum cap is 2 lakhs, so you have to provide this. Suppose if the property is let out property, you need to provide rest of the information like gross rent, how much the rent you are receiving, if any tax paid for local authorities you need to provide here, and annual value, 30% of annual value you need to provide, and so that value will be considered as your income. So if it is self-occupied, you can use the interest component. You can type the interest component here. The maximum cap is 2 lakhs. So if any income other than the salary means, you can select nature of income from this tab, that is B3 column. So that will be added along with your salary. So in this section I explained scheduled 80D. It is for medical insurance. If you have first question is whether you and your family member excluding parents is senior citizen. If it is senior citizen, you can choose yes, otherwise no. For self and family, if you have any health insurance premium means, you can mention the premium amount here, and it is for preventive health checkup, that is mass health checkup, that is the maximum cap is 5,000 rupees. You can fill any medical expenditure means, you can update here. And this section is for ATC. If you have any expense related to any investments in insurance premium, annuity, provident fund, school, that is children school fees, and Suganya Samruddhi scheme, or any public provident fund, all the things will comes under ATC. The ATC's maximum cap is 1,50,000, so you can put that amount here, 1,50,000. This is schedule 80D. This is fully about the medical expenditure. So it has two sections. One is for family member and another one for parents, that is senior citizen. So whether you and your family members are senior citizen, so if yes, you can choose yes, otherwise no. And for self and family, if you are contributing any premium expenditure means, you can mention here, and sorry, here, that is the health insurance premium amount. And preventive health checkup, this is nothing but a master health checkup. Maximum cap is 5,000 only. Suppose self and family is senior citizen, you can choose this option. If it is yes, it will automatically enable this section. You can update the information here. This is for self and family. Family means wife and children come under this. And in next, whether any one of your parent is senior citizen, you select yes or no. Based on that, you can provide the information. If no, the first A part will be applicable, and they are senior citizen, the B part is applicable. You can provide the insurance amount and preventive health checkup amount here, or if any medical expenditure not claimed means not claimed using insurance policy means you can put that amount here. And this is 80C section. The 80C is any investments in insurance premium, annuity, contribution towards provident fund, so subscription into certain equity shares. You can update that amount here. The maximum cap for 80C is 1,50,000. Children education, Suganya Samruddhi, and any principal amount, that is housing loan principal amount, all the things will comes under 80C section. So you can update that amount here. Maximum cap is 1,50,000. And this is 80CCD. This is NPS, National Pension Fund. If you are enrolled in NPS from your employer means that amount will come here. You can update that amount here, and your contribution for the NPS will be come under 80CCD 1B. You can update that contribution amount here. So in 80D here, this amount comes from the tab from here, which we updated in the previous section. In this section, it comes from this section. So here we don't provide the amount, it will come from that tab. So in next tab is tax details. This is the tax amount deducted by your employer. Here it will show the TAN number of your employer and your company name and the salary, that is taxable salary, and the tax amount deducted. And if any tax deducted from any other source means that information will be shown in the below tabs. And this is next tab, tax paid and verification. In this it will show the tax details, that is any advance tax paid, TDS. Usually employer will deduct the TDS, that amount will show here, and any self-assessed tax paid means that amount will show here, and TCS claimed, that amount will show here. So total paid taxes calculated and accumulated here from these four text boxes. So apart from that, if you are at the end of this tax IT return computation, if you have to pay any tax means that amount will show here, amount payable. Once after the computation and whatever the amount you paid till this row, that is D12, still if you have to pay any tax amount mean that amount will display here. Or if you based on the IT return, if any refund amount means that will show here. This refund amount will be processed by the IT department and it will be credited to your bank account. So in this part E, here you need to provide your bank details, IFSC code, bank name, bank account, and you need to select this checkbox, that is select account for refund credit. This 26,530 rupees will be credited to this account. So at the final you need to provide the declaration, that is I, name, son of or daughter of. Here you need to provide your father name, and here it will automatically show the PAN number, and here you need to select self, place, date, and choose the first option to do the e-verification using Aadhaar or pre-validated bank account. So it is better and easy way to do the e-verification using Aadhaar. So choose this option and click on preview and submit. Um, so once you select this option and preview and submit, it will show the form 5, that is ITR 5. There you can view all the updated informations. Once you submit, click on submit button means uh, the OTP will come to the registered mobile number, Aadhaar registered mobile number. So once you provide the OTP, the entire process is completed. So successfully e-verified. So this is another one section 80G. This is if you given any donation means you can update the information here. That amount also non-taxable. That is you can claim it as a exemption. But you need to provide the PAN details of to whom you provided donated PAN number of donee. Okay, if you can file for previous financier, or if anything missed from the old financiers means you can do it. If you have any queries, doubt, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you for viewing the video, and thanks for your subscription. If not subscribed my the channel, please subscribe now. Thank you.